Have men always been older than you? How old are you? 17. You look so young. So begins a film that captures 1 year of this girl's life. A pretty girl of 17 named Isabel is vacationing at the sea with her parents, her younger brother Victor, and family friends. The girl has been living without her own father for 7 years, with her stepfather in a quite wealthy family. In the evening, Victor, her brother, goes around the house to see who is doing what. He catches his sister enjoying the frivolous pleasures of. The next day he insists that his sister decide to meet a guy named Felix, whom she has long liked. As a result, Felix invites Isabel out for an evening out together, to which the girl happily she agrees. She instigates her brother to distract her parents while she discreetly goes for a walk, for which her brother asks her to tell him how it was. After a walk with a guy, they are alone and engage in intimacy. Isabel is deprived of her innocence, and the scene itself shows us that the girl has no feelings, no love, and no tenderness in the process. After all, Felix walks the girl home and they say goodbye. At home, she tells her brother that she slept with him, but it did not arouse any emotion in her. The next day, Isabel goes to the beach with all of her relatives, and Felix joins them. At this point, he realizes that he is absolutely nobody to this girl and she has no feelings for him. The summer and vacation are over and the whole family returns home. Isabel goes to a hotel. She enters room 6095 and meets an older man. He apologizes and tells her that he lied about his age on the website. He asks if she minds. The girl says she doesn't. After a short conversation, they sleep together. The man informs her that she looks very young. Isabel, who introduces herself to the man as Leah, says she knows this is what everyone tells her. The older man asks, will they see each other again? And wants to spend the whole evening with her next time. To which Isabel replies that she can only meet during the day and no weekends. The man is very sorry. At this point, they say goodbye. Returning home, on the subway, the girl reads a book by Choderlos de Laclos, Dangerous Liaisons. When she comes home as if nothing had happened, she hides the money she earned in her closet. Later she logs onto the website under her nickname and watches adult videos. At school, the children recount Arthur Rimbaud's poem, 17 years old, seriousness is no good, it's time to walk under the lime trees. They discuss the topic of love, and who spent their summer vacation. A classmate tells Isabel that an old man once met her and her sister. Her sister spent the night with him, all for the sake of getting a Prada purse. And then she says she should have kept his number. Isabel asks if she's serious? To which the girl says no, she hates Prada handbags. At the next meeting with the client, Isabel is underpaid. And when asked about their agreement for 300 euros, the man blackmails her. He says that she is not worth 300 and let her be glad that her parents do not know that she is selling her body. Isabel immediately goes to another client. She writes to him that the price is changed by 500, the client agrees. She does it with the man right in the car. The girl comes home. She is accidentally caught in the shower by her stepfather. He then tells his wife that this is the second time she has showered that day, and he didn't hear her come home. To which the mother says that it is all women's business. In the evening, the whole family goes to the theater. It is there that Isabel meets the very old man to whom she has been doing her favors. She also witnesses a family friend, Peter, with whom they were vacationing at sea, show an unequivocal interest in her mother. A text message arrives on Isabel's phone Wednesday, the same time, in room 6095, George. After meeting this very George at the hotel, the man asks Isabel if she has many others. In the evening, her brother asks Isabel how her Felix is, whom she spent the night with when they were vacationing at the sea. Sister tells him to forget about him. She begins to joke around with her brother, asking intimate questions, making him blush and walk away from the conversation. The next meeting with George is not exactly business as usual. They have a drink, talk for a long time, and then he asks her to be on top. Then poor George dies of a heart attack. The girl panics. She doesn't know what to do. tries to bring him to his senses, but nothing works. On top of all that, she stumbles in the shower and smashes her head. Then she just gets dressed and runs out of the hotel room, without telling anyone anything. When she comes home, she tells her mother that she slipped in the shower. The mother notices that her daughter takes many showers a day and washes a lot. Two police officers come to the mother's office. They show pictures of their daughter from the scene of the incident. They inform her that it is Isabel and she is selling her body. The mother says she is 17 years old and that's impossible. To which the detectives say they need to find out if she participated voluntarily or if she was forced into it. At home, the detectives show the mother that free access to the internet allows her to register anywhere under an alias. They also find the money Isabel had hidden in the closet. Isabel comes home after school. She is met by her mother, who is waiting for her to have a serious conversation between them. She genuinely can't understand the reasons why Isabel started doing this. After all, they have a wealthy family and they always have money. Her mother wonders if she even used contraceptives, and asks if she really won't do it anymore. To which Isabel says it's all in the past now. The mother begins to blame herself for how she could have missed it. How could she have let it happen? Her husband reassures her and says that she shouldn't blame herself for it. Her daughter is a very beautiful girl, and it's not surprising that she's had offers. The mother thinks that if the man hadn't died, she would have continued to do it. The husband says that Isabel is going to the police tomorrow to testify. And then, meet with a psychologist and everything will be fine. The next day, Isabel tells the police how it all began. She says that one day after school, an older man came up to them and offered them money in exchange for their services. He dictated his number at the same time. She wrote it down when she got home. She called him a week later and they met at a hotel. She didn't like it, but she wanted to try again. Isabel bought a second phone and registered on a website to meet men. She started doing it on a regular basis. When asked by the investigator if she would continue doing it, Isabel says she doesn't know, and it was just a life experience for her. All the police warn her that it's quite a dangerous experience. You never know who you're going to run into, and there will be no one to protect you. Underage girls are easy prey, not to mention that such girls are often assaulted, raped, and even killed. And easy money often leads to a vicious circle. Together with their mother, they go to a psychologist. There they talk about everything and share their inner feelings. The mother wants to find out the reason why it all happened. At first, Isabel told her parents that she didn't need to see a psychologist and wouldn't go anywhere. But her mother said she had no choice. Isabel says she could have paid the doctor from the money she earned. But her mother decided to take the money from her and donate it to a foundation. The psychologist confirms that it's her money and she earned it. The main character goes to a family friend's house to babysit the children while her parents are away on business. When Peter returns, he offers to take Isabel home, but his wife is clearly against it. She takes the car to drive her home herself. In the car, Isabel says that she knows about her mother telling them everything. That's why Peter's wife was against him driving her home himself. Isabel says she is not the one to be afraid of, and hints at her husband Peter. When Isabel comes home, she tries to seduce her stepfather. She asks him about his intimate life. Isabel tells her stepfather that he is not her father, and asks what he thinks about it. I think you're at your teenage peak right now. You want to try everything, but you'd better be kinder to your mother and talk to her. He answers her. At which point her mother comes in and hears them talking. She sends the girl to bed. The mother tells her that a demon has possessed her daughter and she saw her looking at him. The husband says that it was just a provocation and that he understands everything. The mother decides to talk to her daughter again. But the conversation doesn't work out. Isabel says she knows about her and Peter. She asks if she is sleeping with him. The mother says it would make a difference if she said she was. Isabel replies that she would know her mother trusts her. At another meeting with the psychologist, Isabel tells the doctor that she doesn't feel anything in the process. But when she thinks about it afterwards, at home or at school, she wants to try it again. She says that with the man who died, she dated a lot. She liked being with him because he was different. He only wanted a little, except for the last time. The girl blames herself for his death and says she killed him. A classmate tells Isabel that she slept with a boy and lost her virginity. But she didn't feel anything and now she's worried about it. Isabel calms her down. She says that this happens a lot the first time and suggests that she go to a party with her next weekend. The girls go to a party with their classmates. On the spot, Isabel is immersed in the atmosphere. She has a few drinks and goes out on the balcony to get some air. There she chats with a guy. At one point he says to her, "You know what, if I tell you I want to kiss you?" But then abruptly says, "Sorry, I'm just stupid." But Isabel replies, "You can." They kiss. Isabel becomes immersed in feelings. They develop a relationship. The stepfather goes to call the children in for breakfast and finds Victor doing something interesting. When he decides to invite Isabel to breakfast, he hears them also busy in their room with the boy. After breakfast, Isabel tells the boy that it's over between them and she doesn't love him anymore. She pulls out the hidden SIM card from that very phone. Next, we see Isabel go up to the same hotel where she went before. An elderly woman comes to meet her and informs her that she is the wife of the very elderly man to whom the girl has provided services. She tells Isabel about everything. How they met and about their private life. Then offers the girl to go with her to room 6095 for the same fee, arguing that she just wanted to see the girl with whom her husband also slept, and where it all took place. This elderly woman needed to be in the same room where her husband died, just as Isabel herself needed to be. Because Isabel blamed herself for his death. After a while, Isabel says thank you for making her feel better. She falls asleep and wakes up in the room all alone.